Hi, this is Lorraine from the SE22 Piano School. I've been tutoring students for around 15 years for the Music Aptitude Test to help them gain entry into their chosen state secondary schools in England and Wales. Here are some of the frequently asked questions that I receive. I receive a lot of emails from parents whose child plays the piano around a standard of grade 1 or 2, and I'm asked if this would be suitable to receive a scholarship. So with my own piano students, I always encourage them to not just play the piano but learn a second instrument too. It doesn't have to be an actual instrument. Your voice is considered an instrument, so if we're a bit short on time, singing is a great way to make your audition more appealing to the school, because the majority of schools are actually looking for instrumentalists or musicians for the choir. The piano, you would have to be at a very high standard, grade 6 and above, to be able to accompany other students, which at the age of about 11 is not so realistic. So I do encourage students always have another instrument to offer, and if you are okay with singing and confident to do so on audition day, then allow yourself a few months to work with a singing teacher or even your own piano teacher who can probably help you get up to scratch with one song for the audition. I'm often asked, how soon should we be preparing for the test? Is it too soon to prepare? My answer is earlier preparation is always advised. So if you were going to sit an 11+ entry for a grammar school, you wouldn't leave it until a couple of weeks before the test to start preparing. It's usually 1 to 2 years for that kind of tutoring. You don't need to tutor for as long for the Music Aptitude Test. Usually 1 or 2 lessons plus some extra work with your teacher is perfectly adequate. So we would always recommend, let's try 1 Zoom lesson for an hour. You can download our training materials before the lesson. That is actually helpful because it will familiarise you with the style of test, and it just means we can move the lesson along quicker and just focus on the bits that you need help with. So do start preparing sooner. We have lots of availability during summer when we're not as busy with our regular teaching schedule, and all of our available slots are on Eventbrite for one-to-one tutoring. A very common question I'm asked about is, do I know the format for your chosen secondary school? The answer to this is yes, the format is by and large the same for all state secondary schools. However, I will never know the exact contents of your tests, as this will change every year. The schools are very aware that there are lots of music tutors that specialise in music aptitude test tutoring. So they do have this in mind when they set the test. They know that various companies, businesses, not just the SE22 Piano School, are offering download materials in the style of the test that you will hear on the day. And they also know that we are doing one-to-one tutoring. So I can never quite predict the exact contents of the test, but what I can do in your one-to-one lesson, obviously I will check the outline of information available from your school. Most schools will tell us that there will be 60 questions, for example, on pitch, rhythm, texture and shape. And we will work with that in your lesson to make sure you understand all of those sections. If we don't have the exact details and outline of the test, we will familiarise you with what we think will be the most commonly asked questions. And even if we don't prepare you for the exact question that you will hear, understanding the style of test just gives you a much better chance of success on audition day.